Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing New.
Eddie Reynoso has the most dangerous team in boxing. And look, let's just break it down honestly and objectively as possible. And Eddie Reynoso's team has the potential to take over the sport of boxing in the next few years. There's a real possibility that his gym alone could hold world titles simultaneously across 4 divisions. This is the most dangerous thing about his team, is that everyone in his camp, everyone in his gym is still learning, still growing, and still getting better. None of his fighters are past their prime, which means this is just the beginning of the Reynoso era. And look, let me just break down Eddie Reynoso. When you look at this guy, Eddie Reynoso is literally the best trainer in the world. If there were a pound for pound list for trainers, he would literally be number 1. He doesn't just get victories with his fighters. He also builds confidence with the application of skills and strategies. Winning alone doesn't just make you a great trainer, and it doesn't even just make you a great fighter, but making consistent improvements do. And Eddie Reynoso, as well as his fighters, consistently show improvements time and time again. I mean, look at it like this. Eddie Reynoso has been the trainer of the year for 2 consecutive years in a row, in 2019 and in 2020. This man is a great trainer. And should Canelo Alvarez become undisputed in 2021, this year, he would be 3 years consecutively as trainer of the year. Eddie Reynoso is truly a great trainer, even at this stage. I mean, look at it like this. Eddie Reynoso has elevated Canelo Alvarez to the best fighter in the world, an elite, unified world champion. He's pound for pound number 1 in the world, one of only a handful of 4-division Mexican champions. His skill set, such as his defense, his ring IQ, and his punch selection, is second to none in boxing right now. Eddie Reynoso has crafted Canelo Alvarez into a great fighter. If he becomes undisputed in 2021, he will make history as being the only fighter to become undisputed at 168 pounds, adding another accomplishment yet to Eddie Reynoso. Look, let's just be real about it. Not only that, Eddie Reynoso also has Oscar Valdez. Eddie Reynoso led Oscar Valdez, who was the underdog. People were writing this man off, said he had no chance, said he was garbage, said he was trash, gave his skill sets no chance. Although he led this underdog, Oscar Valdez, to a career-defining knockout victory over the heavy favorite Miguel Berchelt, an elite fighter who ruled that division. Let's be real. And even Eddie Reynoso had this to say about it, and he stated, "The game plan we drew up was perfect. We worked 6 months for this fight, perfecting counterpunches, feints, sidestepping, and jabbing. The fight result was a product of the game plan. Oscar is a great athlete and a great fighter and one of the world's best." So look, if you see it and you see these guys' history, you see that now Eddie Reynoso and Oscar Valdez, since they've been working together, they have 5 wins and 4 knockouts as a team. This is a dangerous duo. And not only that, Eddie Reynoso also has Andy Ruiz Jr., a former unified world champion in his camp. This Andy Ruiz Jr., since he's been training and working under Eddie Reynoso, has already lost 25 pounds. The former world champion has lacked discipline and hunger, no pun intended, but now that he's a part of Eddie Reynoso's House of Champions, he's already showing a new level of dedication to the sport of boxing and appears to be in the best shape of his career, which is a dangerous Andy Ruiz Jr. And then you get to Ryan Garcia. Everyone said Ryan Garcia would lose to Luke Campbell. Everyone said it was too soon for him to face Luke Campbell. Everyone said that his development was not far enough along, and yet they took the fight. And the funny thing about it is, even with all the talk of he wasn't ready for this stage against such a dangerous fighter, Ryan Garcia leapfrogged a whole level and fought a legit top 10 dangerous world title contender And under the game plan and guidance of Eddie Reynoso, he knocked out a guy who has never been knocked out before, and he's faced elite fighters like Jorge Linares when he was at his best. He faced Vasil Lomachenko when he was at his best. So this is a testament to how special Eddie Reynoso is with crafting his fighters and their game plan, developing them, and making them better. For all the criticism that Ryan Garcia gets, he's shown vast improvements in that fight. Shot selection, ring IQ, overall great awareness. He's far from a finished product, but he's continuing to make vast improvements fight by fight. When you look at Eddie Reynoso, he truly has the most dangerous team in boxing, and they're nowhere near done. Because men lie, women lie, but the facts don't lie.